Parents, pupils, Uplands board members, Mr. Lamb, Mr. Carlisle, and to tonight's performance. Welcome to our 2022 Cultural Kickoff. I'm Lily Cook, and I will be one of your MCs tonight, along with the stunning Angela Mabuza. Tonight is an explosion of talent. This event is a display of the cultural capability and excellence here at Uplands College. An array of performances will be put on stage tonight for your entertainment, such as musical ensembles, soloists, dance items, and drama pieces. Culture has remained static for the past 2 years, and tonight marks the re-emergence of the arts at Uplands College.
On this day, 2 years ago, we had no idea that in just 7 days from now,
back when we were about to have our first AP Math test,
almost everything we took for granted would come to a complete halt. This included the arts, live performances, musical theatre, dance, and music concerts. All theatres in South Africa closed in March of 2020, with shows either cancelled or postponed. Many independent theatres have struggled to stay afloat since then, and have unfortunately had to permanently close. This includes, for example, Cape Town's famous Fugard Theatre and the state-funded Playhouse Theatre in Durban. As we well know, the livelihoods of performers were affected greatly because of the pandemic. This is because theatre is largely a no-work, no-pay industry. The income of performers relies on being on stage, performing for audiences, and the amazing ideas that filled the minds of choreographers, artists, and directors has had to be put on hold for almost 2 years, leaving some destitute, others creatively blocked, and many depressed because of their newfound status quo. Tonight is a massive celebration because it marks the kickoff of culture after months and months of turbulence and dormancy.
Tonight's event was now our first attempt at reviving culture at Uplands College. In 2021, Mrs. Storm planned a major production in the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. A mix and match of different musicals were to be put on stage. In order to execute this production, rehearsals had to adhere to certain COVID protocols. Trying to incorporate social distancing and grade bubbles was mission impossible. Yet, the cultural department and the students involved did not capitulate.
Rehearsals occurred after co-curricular times, and many hours of hard work and dedication were put into last year's production. By the end of term 2 last year, dances had mostly been choreographed and songs were recorded. Unfortunately, COVID won the tug of war, and the school had to make the decision to cancel the production.
This year, we have attempted to resurrect the remains of the 2021 major production. In tonight's dance items, some of the voices you will hear singing were the voices of the 2021 matrics, who are not able to see their hard work and dedication come to life as we are able to today. Other voices that you'll hear are the current pupils at Uplands College. This entire production has been student-driven.
If you have a look at your program, there are 4 aspects to tonight's showcase. First, the artwork that is exhibited in the dining area, the drama items, which feature 3 of our matric dance students, the dance items, and the musical items by vocalists and our very own Uplands band.
As advertised, tonight's performances do have an age restriction. This is due to certain pieces dealing with sensitive topics, specifically the 2 drama pieces. Drama exists for both intellectual and emotional reaction and can be used to challenge and transform societal thoughts. The students performing tonight have tackled these issues with a certain sense of maturity and respect. We ask for you to do the same.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Cultural Department here at Uplands College, we invite you to please sit back and enjoy the show.
Business I know, everything about it is appealing, everything the traffic will allow. Knowing what you get
You've been going around every party in LA. Cause you knew that I'd be at one. Oh,
I know that dress is karma, perfume regret. You got me thinking about when you were mine. And now I'm all up on you, what you expect. Cause you're not coming home with me tonight. You just want attention, you don't want my heart. Maybe you just gotta be with someone new. Yeah, you just want attention. I knew from the start. You're just making sure I'm never getting over you. You've been going around doing that girl. That I know you are. Now the way, right here sitting face to face. We know you are.
I know that dress is coming. You did good. Got me thinking about when you were mine.
Thinking about when you were mine.
Now I'm all up on what you expect. You're not coming home with me tonight. You just want attention. You don't want my heart. Maybe you just hate the thought of me with someone new. Yeah, you just want attention. I knew from the start. You're just making sure I'm never getting over you. What are you doing? 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 What are you doing?
I know that dress is karma, perfume regret. You got me thinking about when you were mine.
And now I'm all up on what you expect. But you're not coming home with me tonight. What are you doing? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Sanbonani, guys. Good. This is South Africa. When one greets, you greet back. Good? Yes. I'm going to call out your names. I don't want problems. I'm just going to call out, you say present. Good? Good. Zamini. Good. Mdluli. Msongo. Sorry. Helda Blom. I'm on Vincent. Yes. Oh, yes. Okay. Thank you. Listen, the doctor will be with you in a second. Okay? He's on lunch. And yes, it's a very long lunch. Okay? Sorry. Yeah. Hello. Hello. Oh, hi, Joey. How are you, my lover boy? Hi, Mina. I'm fine, as usual. Oh, yeah? Can you just hold on a minute? Just hold on a minute. Sorry, you are making a noise. I said you are making a noise. Millie Jacksons, even some well-known football directors go there to enjoy themselves. Can't we follow to the same class? Good. You are a darling. What do you think I love you for? So, Joey, tell me, what time will you be picking me up today? Hi, Joey. Please fetch me. Joey, fetch me. I knew you were just kidding. What car will you be driving? The red Corvette. Sounds sexy to me saying it. Hi. Okay, Joey. I must go back to this boring job of mine. Okay, Joey, give me a kiss. Bye. Just imagine Usoja's joy. Let's go dancing. Ooh la la la. Ooh la la la. Yeah, when. Ooh la la la. Let's go dancing. Ooh la la la.
Once I was 7 years old, my mama told me, go get yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old. It was a big, big world, but we thought we were bigger. Pushing each other to the limits, we were learning quicker. By 11, smoking, learning, drinking, burning liquor. Never rich, so we were out to make a steady figure. Once I was 11 years old, my daddy told me, go get yourself a wife or you'll be lonely. Once I was 11 years old. I always had that dream like my daddy before me. So I started writing songs, I started writing stories. Something about that glory just always seemed to bore me. Cause only those I really love will never really know me. Once I was 20 years old, my story got told. Before the morning sun, when life was lonely. Once I was 20 years old. I only see my goals, I don't believe in failure. Cause I know the smallest voices, they can make it major. I got my boys with me, at least those in favor. prepared for you. I'm wishing you Godspeed, glory. There will be mountains you won't move. Still, I'll always be there for you. How I did, I let go of my claim on you. And it's a free world. You look down on where you came from. Sometimes, but still you will have this place to call home. Always. Glory, 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 glory. This love will keep us from blinding of the eyes, silence in the ears, darkness of the mind. This love will keep us from blinding of the eyes, silence in the ears, darkness of the mind. This love will keep us from blinding of the eyes, silence in the ears, darkness of the mind.
The memory of going to the beach on New Year's Eve is one I share with my cousins and most people raised black. The way our elders forbid us from going in too deep to giggle, to splash in our black tights, and our ShopRite plastic bags covering our new leaves forbid us from riding a wave. For the fear that we would become a mass of blackness swept by the tide and never to return, like glitter. The way our elders forbid us as if the ocean had food poisoning. I often wonder why I feel as if I'm drowning every time I look out into the water, and feeling incredibly small. I've often heard the joke about black people, the way we're afraid of water and the way we can't swim. We are mocked, and we have often mocked ourselves for the way we wipe our faces every time we come out of the water, and how they do it so Baywatch-like, and we do it so ratchet-like with our postures and kinks. Yet every time our skin goes under, it's as if the reeds remember that they were once chains, and the water, so restless, it wishes it could spew out all the slaves and ships onto board, whole as they had boarded, sailed, and shipped. Their tears is what has made the ocean salty. This is why our irises burn every time we go under. Every December 16th, December 24th, December 31st, and January 1st. Our skin re-traumatizes the sea. For you, the ocean is for surfboarding, tanning, and boats, and all the cool stuff you do in your bathing suits and goggles. But we have come to be baptized here. We have come to cleanse ourselves here. We have come to connect the living to the dead here. Our respect for the water is what you have termed as fear. The audacity to trade and murder us over water and mock us for being afraid of it. The audacity to arrive by water and invade us. If this land was truly yours, then resurrect the bones of the colonizers and use them as your tour guides. Quit using black bodies for your authentic African experience. Aren't we tired of dancing for you, gyrating and singing on cue? Together as a mass of blackness to atone for just being here, to beg God to save us from a war that we never started, to march for a cause caused by the very intolerance of our existence, to raise our hands so that we don't get shot, to raise our hands in church to pray for protection, yet we still get shot with our hands raised. We never consented, yet we are asked to dine with the oppressors and serve them forgiveness. How? When the only ingredients I have is rage and grief. Another one who looks like me died today. Another one who looks like me was murdered today. May this be the conversation over the dinner table, and thereafter we can wash this bitter meal with amnesia and go for a swim. Just for fun. Just for fun.
Nothing breaks like a heart. I heard you on the phone last night. We live and die by pretty lies. You know it. We both know it. We sold for a bullet cigarette. This burning house, there's nothing left. It's smoking. We both know it. We got all night to fall in love, but just like hell we fall apart. We're broken. We're broken. And nothing's going to save us now. This broken silence, rock thunder crashing in the dark, crashing in the dark. And these broken records, spin endless circles in the barn, barn. This world can hurt you, it got too deep and leaves a scar. Things fall apart, nothing breaks like a heart. Nothing breaks like a heart. Well, sorry, as cold as ice and high and dry, the desert wind keeps blowing, keeps blowing. Remember what you said to me, we were drunk in love in Tennessee. Now hold it, we both know it. Oh, that nothing's going to save us now. Nothing's going to save us now. In broken silence, rock under crashing in the dark, this broken record, spin endless circles. This world can hurt you, it got you deep and it's a scar. Things fall apart, nothing breaks like heart. Nothing breaks like heart. Nothing breaks like heart. Nothing breaks like heart. This broken silence, rock under crashing in the dark, crashing in the dark. These broken records, spin endless circles, march, march, march. And this world can launch, it got too deep and scars, things fall apart, nothing breaks like a heart. Nothing breaks like a heart. Nothing breaks like a heart. Nothing breaks like a heart.
Good evening. We are the Note Busters. On bass, we have Kono. On keyboard, we have Pure. On guitar, we have KG, Jessica, and Christian. On drums, we have Mr. Steele. My name is Ingrid. I'll be singing Queen Things by Masego. I see the pizza. You know I got the Jones for my own Rashida. Can you put me on birthday Nagadita? She stay on my dome. She gon' pull on me, pull like weed and touch me. She my queen. Yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah. She my queen. Yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah. She my queen. Yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah. She gon' pull on me, pull like weed and touch me. Or 70, oh, she's still on the heart, or I call her Gina. Keep your money on and stay on Felisa. She wants a nice home, she gon' pull on me, pull like weed and tie me. She my queen, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. She my queen, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. She my queen, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. She gon' pull on me, pull like weed and tie me. She my queen, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. She my queen, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. She my queen, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. She gon' pull on me, pull like weed and tie me. She my queen. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Come home, babe, why don't we paint the town?
will now enjoy a 30-minute interval where we encourage you to make use of the cash bar.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, please take your time to go appreciate the art that is displayed in the art gallery and enjoy your gourmet picnic baskets.
If there's anything left of them, and we'll see you at the beginning of Act 2. Thank you.
Thank you.
With this same old safe
It's a rich man's world.
Money, 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 must be funny in a rich man's world. Money, 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 always sunny in a rich man's world.
All the things I could do if I had a little money.
It's a rich man's world.
I tried to find peace. Maar die ding van pyn en vreugde. Hulle speel nie in dieselfde sirkel hier. I made a decision to tell my mother a week after it happened. I even showed her the dress. She sat at that kitchen table and cried for the rest of the day. But by the time my pa came home, It was as though she had never shed a tear. She covered it up. It was as she was, so I couldn't blame her. I knew my mother loved me. Because whenever he was in the company, my mother kept me up, right by her side, and never alone with John T. My ma het my lief gehad. I still think about that day in the tent, and the dress, and the white sheet that blew in the wind every 5 seconds. I knew it was 5 seconds because when I could no longer take the tide, I'd look up and I'd count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Every 5 seconds, I remember the way he looked on top of me. I didn't close my eyes. I wanted to see him. I wanted him to see me. His breath smells soos suurmak en cigarettes. His beard on my face, it was like saw grazing my cheek. And when he was done, let me tell you, when he was done, he got up, said what he needed to say, and smiled. And he was fucking proud, man. Want hy kan kyk, dan wil hy met 'n man gewees. After a while, I sat in that tent by myself. I couldn't move for what felt like hours. Dit was net seconds en minute, maar dit het soos ure gevoel. I looked down and I saw blood. There was baie bloed. Hoe kom is daar bloed? I thought I was dying. There was blood, so I must have been dying. The stain. Eventually, I tried to wash the dress. But there was this stain. This brown stain. It didn't want to go away. But this nie hoe dit werk nie. You can't just wash it away and you can't just scrub it away. there. It will always be there. Always.
Did you really think I'd just forgive and forget? No. After catching you with her, your blood should run cold, so cold. You're too tired, cheap, light, and wannabe. You're a fool. If you thought that I'd just let this go, I see red, red, oh red. Oh, gun to your head, head to your head. Now all I see is red, red, red. Did you really say she didn't mean anything? No. I remember those words when I come for your soul, your soul. Know that you dug your grave, now lying. You're so cruel. But revenge is a dish best served cold. I see red, red, oh red. Oh, gun to your head, head to your head. Executioner style, and there won't be no trial. Don't you know that you're better off dead? Now all I see is red, red, oh red. Now all I see is red, red, oh, you're so done. But you better sleep with one eye open tonight. I see red, red, oh red. Oh, gun to your head, head to your head. Executioner style, and there won't be no trial. Don't you know that you're better off dead? Now all I see is red, red, oh red. Now all I see is red,
The minute you walked in the joint, I could see you were a man of distinction, a real big spender, good looking, so refined. So wouldn't you like to know what's going on in my mind? So let me get right to the point. I don't pop my coat for every guy I see. Hey, big spender, spend a little time with me. Would you like to have fun, fun, fun? How's about a few laughs, laughs? Let me show you a good time. Let me show you a good time. walked in the joint, I could see you were a man of distinction, a real big spender, good looking, so refined. Wouldn't you like to know what's going on in my mind? So let me get right to the point. I don't pop my core for every man I see. Hey, big spender. Hey, big spender. Hey, big spender. Spend a little time with me.
It's not that I don't want you here. It's something about the way you stare into my eyes. I know that I don't make things clear. I fall for you every time I try to resist. We can get away, palm trees, beach views, ordinary day. All I wanna hear is Intermission when I play, sitting right next to you. I try not to show how I feel about you, thinking we should wait. We don't really want to, I just wanna get away, sitting right next to you. I don't wanna kiss you, yeah, I just wanna feel you, feel you. I want you around, around. I want you around, around. I want you around, around. I want you around, 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 around. Come through, I think I need you, yeah. I swear it's hard to keep these feelings to myself. Now you're the one I'm thinking of. My higher ground, my rocket love. My gravity, I'd rather stay up here. But we can get away. Palm trees, beach views, ordinary day. All I wanna hear is an Intermission burning play. Sitting right next to you. I try not to show how I feel about you, thinking we should wait. We don't really want to, I just wanna get away, sitting right next to you. I don't wanna kiss you, I just wanna feel you, feel you. I want you around, around. I want you around, around. I want you around, around. I want you around, 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 around. I want you around. I want you around, around. I want you around. Oh, I want you around, around. I want
Walking on the floor, don't be waiting at the bar. If she ain't ready, she's a real classic like this line. The cool grease lightning burning up the corner mile. The cold grease lightning goes into the headlights right. You want some green, grease lightning.
glimpse into the talent that we have here. We are sure that some of what you've experienced tonight has inspired you, has moved you, and has provoked some thought. After all, that is what theatre is about.
This evening would not have been possible without the support and advice of our cultural department. So thank you so much to Mrs. Sharm, Mrs. Rocha, and Mrs. Storm for bringing culture back at Uplands and putting us all back on stage.
And a huge thank you to Rock Solid, the tech wizards in the back, the Uplands sound crew and backstage, and the PTA. Would also like to acknowledge the school band, the Note Busters, for their stellar musical performance. A massive thank you to Mr. Carly Steele for stepping in last minute on the drums. The school band's drummer, Luke Barnard, was unfortunately injured over the weekend and he couldn't perform tonight. Luke, just a side note, next time Mom tells you to get off the field, maybe you should listen to her.
Especially after dislocating your shoulder and going back on. So thank you to the Impact staff and the ushers for helping us out behind the scenes as well.
We cannot forget to give credit to every single student who was performing tonight, whose art was exhibited, those who were backstage or involved in the sound and lighting crew, and everyone else who assisted with this event. We are in awe of your talent, your hard work, and your dedication.
And not to forget, can we please say a big thank you to the performers, starting off with our newcomers, the grade 8s.
That is the end of tonight's showcase. But before everyone leaves, we'd like to just give the head of the college, Mr. Lang, an opportunity to address you.
Thank you so much. I'm not actually sure I should get up here. I should probably stay down there. It's been amazing, and I think that Lily and Angela, you started off by talking about it, and I made a note about that it was going to be explosive. And I think that's what it's been. It's been absolutely fantastic. But I really wanted to get up here just to thank the people, as you've done some of them. The cast were amazing. They were absolutely outstanding. I think that we had a treat here to enjoy a show of this caliber and the magnificent job that the children have done. But I really want to also pay tribute to the people who've worked behind the scenes. Pinda, Une, Roseanne, Amy, Nicole, and Val selling tickets right next door to my office. The ticket sales were phenomenal. They certainly flew out the door today. But I think most importantly, and I'm going to be a little bit ugly here and refer to them as the damn teachers, as in drama, art, and music. And I know that somewhere somewhere there's a little something. I'm going to ask them to come forward, and that is Emma Jensham and Lynette Rocha. Thank you. A little something for a really great show. Let's give them a hand, folks. Thank you. Ladies, thank you so much. It's been an absolute treat to be able to get back into the theatre, and what a start. Fantastic, and thank you so much. And unfortunately, that now is the end. So do travel safely and have a wonderful rest of the evening. Thank you so much.